Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now.
Want to protect them too, like I would if somebody came after your kids, or
1,000,000%.
you know.
But what has to happen, Garcelle?
Hold on,
I don't know. I
I mean,
think
it's been over a year.
Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome in. Today we're going to be talking about the new episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is season 13, episode 3. So the episode picks up with the women arriving in Vegas for this birthday party that Garcelle and Sutton planned for Crystal. So they arrive at this hotel and it was like a mansion, the room that they got. Like, it was unbelievable. Very nice. Now, the ladies are hungry, but Garcelle says she ain't got no time to eat because she need to go find some men. And Erika says, well, wait for me. But before going, Garcelle wants to have a little bit of an intervention because Sutton has been having great first dates, but she hasn't gone on any second ones. The guys haven't really followed after that. Now, Sutton is feeling some type of way about it. She snaps at Garcelle and says, well, when you go on your first dates, then you can talk to me about that. Oh, damn. The problem with Sutton is that she comes across too overwhelming on these dates that she goes on. Like, it's too much for those guys. And if it's the first date and you're getting all of this stuff poured on you, it might be it might put you off. And then they start to see some of the messages that Sutton has been sending these guys that she talks to. And Messy Kyle gets that phone and FaceTimes one of the men, and Sutton is so embarrassed, so she goes and grabs the phone and quickly hangs up and gets it back. Then they give Sutton a little bit more advice because Sutton has no game in dating. I feel like this is one of the rare times, or maybe it's just been a long time since we've seen the entire cast of Beverly Hills just have good, like, girl fun, like all of them. So then they go to their rooms to tidy up and get ready before they go to the Magic Mike show. Crystal brought a whole glam team, but it looks like all of them did except Dorit and Kyle. So the ladies get ready and head out for the show. They look great and look forward to having a good time. Now let's remember that Magic Mike show came from the idea to go was from Erika because she knows a few of the guys on the show and she wants all the girls to go on stage so the men can perform to them. So they get there and the show begins and the men begin dancing, getting naked, and then they take Crystal and Erika to the stage. They just gave Garcelle a lap dance because the thing is, Erika told them that if they wanted to be danced with or whatever on stage, to wear pants. But like I said, only Crystal and Erika were brought to the stage. But oh my goodness, the dances that they were doing, it was like they were practically having sex with the women. The only thing about it was that they had clothes on. But other than that, that's what it practically was. But here's the thing, Sutton wore pants, but she didn't get chosen to go dance with the men on stage. Now she's saying, like, I wore pants for nothing. She felt kind of left out and I kind of felt bad for her, so she just sits there for a while and then decides to leave. So Garcelle then goes after her. The other ones continued and stayed dancing. Kyle got put on stage and this man was putting whipped cream across her entire body, her skin, and licking it off of her. Listen, some people like that stuff, but some don't. So it turns out that Sutton is pretty upset because she's a member of various foundations and boards, so she found it a little bit extreme. The dancing, whatever. The part that really got her was a particular moment where they get the woman and they spread her legs wide open and then they pretend to be eating them out. Then, so Sutton is talking to Garcelle about this, and then Kyle goes out and says, well, I was just licked and stuff like that. But Kyle thinks that Sutton, the real reason she's mad is because she's wearing pants and she wasn't asked to dance. But Sutton says that is not it at all. She just felt uncomfortable. And she doesn't care if she's called a prude. She's just not into that. But then, oh my gosh, Kyle starts to fight Sutton. She says, Sutton, you're really mad about the pants. And then Sutton says no, like that's not what it is. And then Kyle goes like, well, you didn't have to cause such a scene, you're being excessive, you're being ridiculous. Kyle is horrible. What makes you think that it's okay for you to fight and try to tell someone what they're actually thinking when you really don't know? Like, no wonder your husband and sisters hate you. She doesn't shut up, so they start calling each other the B word, and then it got so bad that they start fighting outside, and Kyle screams, "Don't call me a B, F you!" But Sutton quickly apologizes, and then they make their way into the van because they're ready to leave. The other girls come in, and they're a little nervous as to how Erika is going to react since this was her idea. But when Erika walks in, she does say something about Sutton acting like Judge Judy, but they talk about it, and she really was that angry as they thought she was going to be. So Sutton says, the legs being spread wide open was just too much for me. But Erika says, well, we're all adults and we knew what we were signing up for when we came to this show. And I get Erika's point. What I don't get was Dorit and Crystal saying, well, our husbands don't care if that happens to us. And Kyle also said, Mo would never care if a man licked whipped cream out of me. And, well, maybe that explains your current situation, right, Kyle? Listen, I do think Sun overreacted, but I get her. Some people are classy, and it is what it is. Then, after this crazy experience, they go to have some dinner. Erika is different. It's clear that this season she was trying to do some damage control. She's picking no fights. She's not giving in to the situation. She's being very respectful. Garcelle also mentions that she's going to see Oliver while they're there in Vegas. And then the women start to ask questions about him. Is he divorced? How is he doing? And they even compliment her for being a good mom. But she does feel a little bit uncomfortable. Then they decide to play a card game with some dirty questions. They also get a big ice cream platter for Crystal's birthday. What I did notice is that in the card game, Sutton was being like extra sexual with her answers, but I think that she was trying to like not seem so prude after the situation. So then they go back to the hotel and they sleep. The next day, it looks like Kyle is taking her workout routine pretty seriously. This is a girl's trip, but she still chose to wake up at 5:30 in the morning and go work out. But I love to work out also, so I don't blame her. Then the girls are eating breakfast, and then Garcelle says that she wants to share something personal. She says that she felt a little bit disingenuous last night because, to be honest, she doesn't feel safe talking about her kids to the group. She says that when it comes to her family, she doesn't trust them. They've said some nice things, but because of what has happened, her kids being cussed out and then them laughing about it, she wants to protect her family. She wants her kids to be protected. So she gets very emotional and starts to, get choked up. And of course, Dorit, now all of a sudden she's the one that's offended and says, well, Garcelle, it's been a year since that happened. So then Dorit becomes very defensive and starts going at it with Garcelle and gaslights her. She says, well, you saying that you don't trust me around your kids is hurtful. You're hurting my heart. That is the definition of gaslighting and controlling. She says, then Dorit says, okay, well, I guess that next time I feel something from the heart, I just won't say it. And Garcelle is just in disbelief that she just shared something so personal, so vulnerable, and they twisted her around and made her... This was ridiculous. Dorit is a trash individual. You sat there with your husband and y'all laughed about Erika cussing out Garcelle's son. Let's also not forget that Garcelle's son was also attacked by a troll farm on social media. And for you, Dorit, to tell Garcelle to get over it, that's unacceptable. And you know what? Let's use that same logic and standards with you. Since, it's also been a year since your fake robbery happened, so maybe you shut the hell up about that too. But anyway, that was the end of the episode. I mean, you guys, Beverly Hills, what's going on? I mean, y'all had to pull out a card game at a restaurant in Vegas. Is that really what y'all doing now? I mean, if it hadn't been for Sutton having this magic Mike blowout, there would have been nothing to the episode, besides this last scene of Garcelle being vulnerable to them. But other than that, the show's very boring. So it looks like we're in for a long, boring season. But you guys, let me know in the comments what you thought of the episode. What did you think about Sutton's reaction? And what did you think about Garcelle opening up to the group and Dorit, switching it up and putting it on her? So you guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Have a great one. Bye.